Midwest, home sweet home in good old Indiana. Place of small towns, cozy families gather together, and fields of corn and rustic woods. But, like any town, there is a dark underbelly that often goes unnoted. We are part of that darkness. We lurk in the shadows to bring you the best in horror, metal, and stories of the grotesque. This is Blood in the Cornfields.
What is up? All right, welcome in, my cellar dwellers. I am Marc.
And I'm Ivy.
And we are Blood in the Cornfields. Excited about today's episode because it could be ranty.
I am going to hold back as much as I can, and I will let it all out, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. We will get to that. We have a special episode that's kind of a spin-off of a previous episode we've done.
Yeah, so if you don't see the title already, it's over Mortuary Assistant.
Don't look. It's right in front of your face. You can't.
Right. It's over Mortuary Assistant, and we played the game on the show before.
Yes.
Failed epically, but it was fun, I guess. People thought it was hilarious.
It was so fun having to call Luke. I felt bad for him, though.
Yeah, he had to keep running downstairs like, I can't do this shit.
I know. I can't do PC gaming. But yeah, so we're excited. We when we saw it's a Shudder release, we were like, dude, we have to do this.
We have to watch this.
We have to do it, yeah.
And of course, as you guys know, I'm a mortician by day. That's my trade. What I really liked about the game is that it portrayed embalming very accurately and with respect. This movie shits all over it.
Awesome. Well, before we get into a rant or shitting all over it, we've got some current events. We haven't been able to do current events because, I don't know, like when we have guests on, I don't like to do current events because I feel like it's going to kind of cut into their time.
It does. It takes up a little bit more time. And it's fun to do current events when we got like a little bit more downtime.
Yeah, it is. And we don't have to worry about anyone else's schedule. So,
right.
So we'll start it off with like some of the best movie postering imagery for a movie coming out that's like, it gives me like Maniac vibes. But the movie is called Frankie, Maniac Woman.
Yes.
The artwork that I've seen two different artworks for it, and it is badass. It looks amazing. So it's kind of it's an independent film, or like, you know, kind of more of an underground film. It's not like I forget who's even doing it because I've just come across it.
It is Pierre Testardis.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where's he from? He's from. Oh, yeah. He was born and raised in Paris. I thought maybe he was Canadian.
Sure. But yeah, it looks interesting. I know the main character kind of deals with scrutiny from the public. Well, I think it's from online with like weight issues and all sorts of stuff. I guess just being shitty to her is what it sounds like. And then it looks like she just snaps.
She just snaps.
If y'all know me, like I sound really vague with the teaser because I like to be vague. I don't like to look into a lot of the previews and stuff. So yeah, but the poster we're looking at now just looks fucking awesome.
Poster is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let me have a shirt of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm really excited to see that. So that's going to be coming out April 24th. And hopefully on that day, another movie that I've been wanting to see will come out on Shudder. So I have to apologize because I didn't know, and quite honestly, I couldn't because the internet lied to me, which it'll do that.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that Dolly, which is a Shudder movie, was supposed to come out on Shudder when it released. It did not. And then it had no information for it. It actually said, when I looked it up several times, that it was coming out the same time it was in theaters. So I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So yeah, internet, fuck you. So potentially it's going to be out April 24th as well. I really hope that the picture you sent me is true. Right now I'm not trusting anything. Yeah. But I would like to think that Dolly will be out April 24th.
Yeah, Shudder released this, like, a whole list of things that they were releasing, and Shudder said it's April 24th. Okay.
If it's theirs, I would like to think we can probably
trust them.
Take that to the
But then again, they said what they said about it coming out and being released, and it's like, you know what, assholes?
That was kind of annoying because then, you know.
Well, yeah, because we were gearing up to do a review.
We were going to do review, and release and all that. So,
Oh, well.
Stupid internet. So yeah, the other one you didn't even know about. I sent it to you. I think you might have glazed over it.
Oh, yeah.
The Thing remake.
What the fuck?
Do you remember the little details?
No, because I just got mad. I just looked at it and I was like, I'm closing out of this bitch.
Yeah, enough with the remakes. Like, it just, oh, come on. Like, why do you have to touch The Thing?
Yeah, it already had a fucking prequel.
I
what
know.
the fuck else are you going to do with it? Are you going to set it somewhere else? Is it going to be someplace hot this time?
I don't know, but they're switching everything up. You know who the main character is? Who is? Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking.
So my thing, like, I don't like it when movies do this and change everything around and the characters. If you want to put Jada Pinkett Smith in the movie, that's fine. Make her own character. Please don't give her the same name that, Kurt Russell's character had.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just stupid.
Like an homage to it or something.
Create a new character for her, and I'm down for that. I don't know if she's going to do a good job or not, but hey, let's see, because I've been surprised before. Yeah. But it's like, don't have her play the character that already exists if you're going to just flip script on everything. Like, I personally don't like that. It has nothing to do with male, female. It has nothing to do with anything else. I don't care. I don't want them reversing and switching up everything. Like, the character is the character. That'd be like, I don't know, changing Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Or changing Jason, and making some massive change. It doesn't even have to be like a gender change or anything like that. It could just, it's a massive change, no matter what it is.
Though when you sent it to me, it was April Fool's Day, so I don't know.
Was it? Oh, I hope that was an April Fool's.
I wonder if it's an April Fool's joke.
I hope
because, I'm like, wait a second, it was on April 1st.
Was it April 1st when I sent that?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so great if they April Fool's me. I'd be happy. I will be happy.
They just rage baited you.
Yeah.
Because it's like a universal thing.
So just a little out there. Normally I do research them. This one made me so angry that I didn't even want to read it. So I did not read it. Most of the other stuff I do actually research. So if I got April Fool's, then hey, that's on me. But I really...
Yeah.
Find out if that's a thing.
Yeah.
I hope not. So let's all hope together, children, that is not a real thing. So a couple other things we kind of have coming up and going on is we've got our 100th episode event coming.
And it is an event.
It's
going to be, it's going to be relatively large.
Yeah. We're trying.
Yeah. It's not going to be anything huge, but it's definitely going to be something, that kind of like the Cult of Blood showing that we had, where it's going to be fun. We definitely want you to have fun. We have a comedian nailed down for the day.
Awesome.
Let me tell you the day.
Yes.
We have right now May 8th.
May 8th.
At Lang Lab.
Yes, we're going to be at Lang Lab. Yes. We have other things tentative. So that's why we're kind of being vague.
As far as times, we're looking, but we need to confirm it. So, guys, we need to confirm it first. We're looking at doors at 6 and the show to start at 7. We're starting it a little earlier because, let's be frank, we are all old. We want to go home.
Yeah, children, I go to bed at 8:30.
We want to have fun, but I'm okay with going home.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to be updating. I'll be doing some of the vending and stuff like that, which kind of brought me to my next thing, because I haven't really talked about it much on the podcast. I have a little bit, but so I've started doing vending this year. This is my first year doing it. I'm doing it under the name Creeper Collectibles. It's exciting. I have a bunch of shit. And I really have a lot of shit, and it's so cool to be able to, share it with people so you can, come out, check it out. I have stuff reasonably priced. A lot of the stuff I find, if I can't turn around and sell it at a reasonable price, then there's no point in me really doing it. So I've got a lot of toys, figures, blankets, shirts, pillows, stuffed animals, all sorts of stuff.
We'll show you a picture.
Yeah. So I've got all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to be hitting the events up this year. I'll be doing May 8th. with our show for the 100th, and then I'll be doing Fringe Fest again the next day, May 9th. And
oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
You might as well just leave all your shit there.
I know. Well, it's not going to be at Lang Lab. It's gonna,
that's right. It's somewhere else.
Yeah, I forget where it is. We'll put the information up a little bit later. I just talked to Steve, I think 2 days ago.
Oh, nice.
And he kind of told me about it.
Yeah. Which was cool that you got to have your first vending at the first Fringe Fest, which was on March 28th.
Yep.
So that was really cool. I like that. And, Steve is actually helping us out with with the showing of the movie that we're doing.
Yep.
We cannot say what movie we're doing because it's a public event. We don't want to get hurt with copyright.
Sure. Yeah.
But once you see the promotional art image, you'll get it.
It'll make sense. It's have we explained what we're doing? I don't think we have. No.
Why don't you explain to
Yeah. So, for those of you that are old or in the know, we are doing a screening of a movie for Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yep.
So we'll be having commentary over it. You guys are more than welcome to sit and kind of enjoy it with us.
Make your own jokes if you like. Laugh.
Absolutely. So
we
are pulling our wittiest selves forward. So
especially you.
Yeah. Well, so the reason we're doing it is because when I first watched it, the stuff was just coming off. And it was fun.
It was riffable. It was just such a silly ass movie.
It really is. So I think we picked a good one. It'll be funny. You guys, if you show up, you will enjoy it. We're going to have vendors there as well, too. So not only just myself, we're going to have other vendors as well, too.
Black Tornado will be there.
We've got, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Adam.
Wow. All right.
He's going to be vending.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
We'll also have raffles again.
Yes. Which we're going to have to come up with some stuff for that.
Oh, we got quite a bit. We have even people that are willing to pitch in some
awesome.
stuff. So,
yeah. Oh, and the other thing that's cool. So with my vending, I'm actually selling stuff from my personal collection. I'm challenging myself to pick stuff that I'm willing to sell and all that. So I've started pulling it literally off of my walls.
Oh,
I've got holes now. So now I'm going to have to start condensing. So yeah, I'm still in the process of finalizing what I actually can part with and what I don't want to. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited because the feedback I got was really good. I loved even people just coming in and kind of taking in what I've got because I'm very proud of how much I've amassed.
Quite the collection, and I stole 3 things from you. I paid for them, but
I have basically I have at least 4 totes worth of toys, figures, and all that, and I have about just under 60 shirts. So I have a lot of stuff, and I really love displaying it because it looks pretty badass when it's all on the shelves and stuff. Mikey made the shelves for me, so it's awesome.
Oh yeah, Mikey.
Yep. So look out for those events coming up. I know we're really excited. We've got more that we're working on that we will filter down to you.
Yep.
We're already gearing up for Halloween season here, and it's what month is this? April. Yes. So we are. I already know we're going to be. We thought we were busy last year. Holy shit! I think we're going to be twice as busy.
Fuck.
I know you're up for that. Oh, I'll be doing some heavy lifting right there with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, any of you that are going to be involved with us, you may be talking to me as well too. So,
and the nice thing is that we can kind of announce is that in September we can't give basic everything just yet, but in September we are going to be helping out with a music festival. We are hosting it the same way we did Punko Vision.
Yeah.
Crazy metal fest in Michigan.
Yeah.
And it's all through local people.
That's awesome. Excited for that. So look for that to come. And there's lots of other stuff. I've got lots of events in the works. So.
Yep.
On to the meat and potatoes of the episode.
That's right.
We need to talk about Mortuary Assistant. I got my notes. So for this, I started taking notes and then I figured, oh man, I'm going to have so many notes. So I just kind of stopped. Because I was like, no, we're just gonna have to free ball this.
Yeah, we are. So
for those of you, let's fill them in on
what the fuck this thing is.
Oh.
So. Oh my God, that's a lot.
Yeah,
I have quite a bit too.
I stopped.
So IMDb basically gives this little summary. And it's basically the same as the game. If you know the game, it basically works out exactly the same, ends exactly the same as the game. Everything's basically the game. So Mortuary Assistant follows Rebecca Owens, a mortuary science graduate. I don't know how the fuck she made it. We'll get to that. Who takes a night job at Riverfields Mortuary, which is actually in Connecticut. That it will be important later. What begins as a routine job soon turns sinister as she faces terrifying supernatural forces. So, Mark.
Yeah. Let's rip into it.
I want to start with positives before I go into the fuck ton of negatives this movie has. So, for me, positive-wise, gore effects look great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got really good gore effects.
I'm giving that. Yeah.
Some of it's a little inaccurate, but that's okay. We'll go into that later as my eye twitches. But it looks good. Like, it really does. I can commend them for that. The set design looks like it literally was lifted from the game.
Yeah.
It looks side for side.
Yeah.
Each shot looks great. It looks like you just literally walked into the game.
Yeah, visually, there's not a lot of problems with this movie that I have. There's not really, I mean, to me, if I have to score something the highest, to me, it's the visuals of this movie I would score the highest. Yeah,
it's definitely got a good production behind it as far as, like, the way it looks. It looks pretty well done. It gives a tone, atmosphere, that sort of thing. For what it's worth. And the creature looks freaky only when it's in the dark.
Yeah, but when it gets bright, it's like, ooh, it exposed how bad it is.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it looked like a bad computer rendering of a monster that they just like...
Yeah, it looked like there was a dude in a green screen suit, and then they just said, here, be creepy for a second. For an ungodly amount of time, we're going to hold the camera here at the very end of the goddamn movie.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, yeah, spoilers. And just look at this person for an ungodly amount of time.
Yeah.
Look at how shitty this effect is, but it looked great in the dark.
Yeah, so, I mean, with the movie, it starts out with her kind of, hey, getting the job and coming on as, I mean, is she literally called a mortuary assistant, or is she like...
So
is she running the shit? Because it's her show for the shift, it sounds like.
And that makes no sense.
Are you alone? I wouldn't...
Okay, so here's how this works.
She was like first shift, right?
That's what I don't
think is the busy.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing having people go in shifts at a mortuary?
Okay, which I wouldn't have known that, but
I'm sorry. Okay, are we going to go into rants? Because I will.
Yeah, because we're gonna walk it through. Yeah,
okay, so you need to keep me on track story-wise and reel me back in because, fuck, I'm about ready to just let loose.
So there are not shifts.
No, not
like a first, a second, a third.
Not normally.
Which makes sense.
Because basically, now, I don't know about bigger cities. However, this is a fucking small town.
Yeah, it's a small town.
So it's like, I don't know where this is coming from, but basically how it typically works is if you are an intern, you are doing a majority of the grunt work.
Yeah.
You are the one that's going to go out and go get the body in the middle of the night. It does not matter what time it is. It could be 3 a.m. It could end up being like midnight. You could just literally just fall to sleep, and you're good. Get a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 o'clock in the morning? Great. Got to go up and go do that.
Yeah. Because it's more of like an on-call situation.
It is. Yeah. That's what it typically is. And I don't know, it doesn't seem like
doctors and shit like that.
Yeah, like nurses, yeah. So it's like, I have no idea how this damn funeral home has been in function for so long.
Yeah.
Running like this, when it's just that Raymond fella and her. Yeah. Because you don't see anybody else.
No, there's literally no one else in the room.
And there's like a fuck ton of bodies. And I'm like, how are you getting this much business with only 2 fucking people on staff? Like, who is genuinely doing this? And she's new? Who'd you have before that? Was it Valerie, the chick that you had locked up in the basement?
Yeah.
Who the fuck
So
is doing this?
she's going through the whole interview new process. I think it's more she's been hired in. But it's funny because you can't really tell that because she doesn't know Raymond when she first gets him. So I'm assuming it's Raymond's place. He would have interviewed her.
You would have thought.
Or is she just coming in and he's having a little chit chat and basically he's like, "Oh, you're hired."
Yeah, and he tests her. He tests her on her embalming skills, which are not perfect. No funeral director would ever call her embalming skills perfect or exceptional or anything.
Is that what she was doing, like the liposuction thing?
Do you know what that was?
No.
That's a trocar.
I don't know what that is.
That trocar basically sucks out gas and other fluids that have built up in a person's body. You usually do that at the very end of an embalming.
So it is kind of liposuction.
Yes.
Except it's, not getting fat out. But it's, I've seen them do liposuction and it gives me the
It looks just like that because you're ramming it in.
Hammering in that shit. I'm like, wow, that person's going to be bruised to shit.
Right?
Chill out.
So that's basically what we do.
Yeah.
But
I've seen it go out into the container. I'm like, fat
so
and the liquid is not.
I think that was good. Like, they did a good job with that depiction. But the thing is that I didn't understand is, like, the process of everything.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that, like, I had to, like, I'm literally 5 minutes in. I had to turn the movie off for a little bit and I had to walk away and I had to come back. Luke's just hearing me from the other room. And
I know what's got your goose right off the bat. Most.
The first opening scene.
Yep. Because I'm watching it.
My God.
And what sets you off is so bad that me, who knows nothing about doing any of this, I saw it and was like, oh, that's not right.
So the opening scene...
It's like, that's not right.
...is her closing in quotations a mouth with needle injector wires, which have like a little screw at the bottom of them, and basically you just needle inject that. It's only supposed to be top and bottom. This butch put 6 of them in there.
And I thought, I don't know, maybe I just looked at it wrong. I thought, did she go through the gums?
That's what you do, yeah.
Is
that's right.
Okay, so I didn't know that, but I just was like...
Yeah, you go through the gums. It's typically you flip their lip up and you go here. Okay. Because that's your first anchor. Then you have your second anchor down here. And then... Is
this not supposed to look like a whole mess like that?
No, whatever the fuck that was, I'm surprised she could even get that damn mouth shut. Properly. Without looking like...
It didn't ever show her actually getting the mouth shut.
Correct. So what is this bitch doing?
Yeah, so if you're not closing the mouth, why would you even...
Why? If anything, if it's because I've run into this problem before, if the person is older and they have really shitty gums... Sure. Don't use the needle injector anymore. It's not gonna work.
Just put a little super glue on the lips.
No. So, what we do, you're gonna hate this. We go in through the chin with the needle.
Okay.
Comes out behind the teeth, right underneath the tongue. That's the first part. Second part, you go back, you take the needle out, go back in through the same hole. Now you're gonna go up through this part.
Okay.
Follow the curvature of the chin, and then you're going to go up into the nose, give him a little septum piercing, go back down, and you tie the mouth shut that way.
All right, that makes sense.
So that's how, if you're not getting anywhere with the goddamn wires, do the sewing instead.
Yeah.
Or ask for help.
Yeah, it looked pretty bad. And so I didn't write any notes for that one. But my first note is, and I made these so I'm basically could just talk directly to you. Yeah. Because the next part that was the big fuck up that I thought was, I put, that's how I'd staple someone.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
What?
But first, this whole sequence that she has, the other thing that got me right from the get-go was like, she just makes a slit somewhere. I have no idea where this slit is in the body.
Sure.
There are only there's a couple places that you can get, fluid out of and put embalming fluid into. There's usually the carotid.
Sure.
That's the most common. And then you also got the femoral artery, which is down by the thigh.
Which is the biggest. It's like your pinky.
Yeah, it's huge. Mm-hmm. And it's the easiest one to find.
Sure.
Just gotta go through a lot of muscle and tissue. But other than that, I don't know where the fuck she cut at. And all she did was stick a goddamn cannula in there. Like the little, like the tube.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, I'm injecting. Bitch, what? No, you're not. No, you're not. What was that? That's not how that works. First off, I didn't even see her pull up the artery or vein. That was nowhere to be seen. Because you got to pull up both of them in order to do this fucking shit right.
Sure.
And it's just like, it's just a little flap. And I'm like, that's so full of shit. That body got no fluid. And I don't ever want to hear a funeral director go, oh yeah, that was perfect. Fuck you.
You'd think that they would have, like, consulted with one. Because it seems like you could very easily consult with somebody and they'd be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, here's how you can just make it legit.
Yeah. No, it's like they didn't even give a shit. Whereas, like, the game developer actually took care. He actually researched it.
Yeah.
And you could tell, yes, he sped it up for, like, you know, playability.
Yeah.
But it's like, that guy did so much better.
Yeah.
Then you get to the next part where she's by herself with this guy that's obviously been in some sort of really bad accident.
Yeah.
And go ahead, describe the scene, because set the scene for us.
So he's got, and I think it was in the ribs somewhere, like a big, massive wound. And she staples him up like how I would. With legit just a Home Depot stapler.
Yep.
You know, puts like 3 in him and is like, oh, that'll hold. And I'm like,
do you know what she does?
One move of that body and it's just...
Do you know what she does before that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember? That really got me mad. Because everything about this movie gets me mad. There was, in that, like, nasty wound, there's, like, part of the intestine is hanging out.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
Dude.
Is that a tapeworm?
So, like, she's trying to shove it back in, and I'm like...
Which is what I would do.
What a normal person that does not work in funeral business, what would you do to make this look somewhat normal?
I would have, like the gaping wound? Yeah. I'd have tried to stuff it back in there and try to close it well enough that the body can move and it not... Like, you can't have the wound still openly exposed, which she did. She just put one here, one there. Like, 3 of them, and I'm like, you've got these big gaping holes, so, like, any movement of that body, you're going to get stuff filling out. Plus, any liquid that's going into the body, theoretically, is going to come out through that hole.
Well, especially because she's doing it wrong, and she's injecting the way she is. If you were to do this properly, if I got a body like that, how I would do it is I would actually leave the gaping wound open while I'm doing the embalming. Okay. Because first off, if it's going to bleed out, let it bleed out, because I can address it later. Yeah. I could even put special chemicals on it to dry it out, so that way I can fix it up and make it better. So that would be something I would do afterwards. However, if you are doing the embalming properly, you might not have any fluid coming out there. Only unless it fucked up with a major artery would I have that issue. Okay. And in this case, because, like, oh, that's a fuck ton of intestine, first off, coming out of there.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have that problem. But what she did is she cut... the intestine.
That's right. She cut it off.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Because you, like, okay, so this would be a question I have.
Go for it.
So I know, like, for example, with, like, an ectopic pregnancy, there's a special way that they dispose. Yes. There's a process that needs to be followed. You don't just, chuck shit in the trash.
Yeah, right.
I would think, do you do the same? Like, you don't just take someone's body part and throw it in the damn trash. No. Like, okay, because that's what I was thinking.
It's, first off, it's unethical to do that.
Definitely.
One of the things, like, a lot of times with autopsy cases, and I know he wasn't the guy that she was embalming wasn't an autopsy, but in autopsy cases, usually they give you a bag to put back into the body.
Okay.
So that way the person stays together. Now, there are some instances where the bag will not go in properly. So what we have to do is basically, lack of a better term, shake and bake, where we put all the organs into a fine powder that is actually embalming chemicals.
Sure.
And then you basically basically just lay them on the inside of the open cavity.
Okay.
So that way all of them still make it into the body.
Yeah, because that's, I don't know. What y'all believe, I don't know. But to me, that's bad juju.
Yeah.
Like separating
Don't
parts
do that.
from someone's body, that's just bad juju.
Yeah.
To me. I don't want that on me, so... Like, I wouldn't do it for that reason, at least.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I think it's highly disrespectful to that person.
And you know what she could have done differently? She could have tried her very best to get that damn intestine back in. I don't think it would have been that hard as she was making it look.
Wound. It was a big enough wound that you could, if you needed to get your hand in there, you could even do that. Yeah.
And, well, you'd want to be careful because if it's like near the ribs, you don't want to accidentally hurt yourself or cut yourself on a rib. But like, because those are sharp. But like, the thing is like you could stuff that thing back in there, and even if she was having issues doing that, one of the other things that she could do that I never see her do until a certain part in the movie is sew the sides together, sew them, and pull it tight,
like cinch it.
And like that organ will be pushed back in there, no problem.
Awesome. So the other thing I wrote down for this whole sequence too is why the porno elevator music during the autopsy process?
I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is too erotic. Like, why?
And then I go, cassette player? Like, what?
Every funeral home still has a cassette player.
Okay, all right.
To be very honest with you. Like, ours has like a boombox still in there.
I was just like, that's random, but like, you know. Yeah. It was.
But why that music?
Yeah, it was porno music mixed with elevator music.
100%.
Is what it was.
It was terrible.
Oh, man.
It's like they had no rights to any like rock songs or anything like that. And so they're just like, oh, I found this.
Yeah, and so kind of, you know, to kind of go back to kind of how the movie's progressing. So she's new. She's all alone. Raymond says, "Hey, you take it. I'm out." And she's, you know, doing body work. We'll just call it, you know, because if we go too deep into it, you'll rant again.
Yep.
So she's doing body work, and she's pretty much experiencing like her first night alone. Of course, it's having a thunderstorm.
Yeah, because we got to set the mood, I guess.
Yeah, so she's kind of going through the process before some shit starts to go down. But my question after that was, do you just burn bodies at a random hour?
No. Oh my God.
She just goes and she's like, I'm done sewing them up, and hey, let me go just burn a body.
So that made...
Like, what? That's weird.
Absolutely no fucking sense.
Because it's dark out.
Yeah.
And, you know.
First off, they implied that the power was shut off. You can't fucking burn somebody if the power's fucking shut off. You can't even bomb anybody. Fucking idiot.
So, yeah, but that was my other thing, because she's randomly burning bodies at, like, God knows what hour.
And the other thing is like, yeah, she even makes a comment about it, but she's like, oh, I just did all that work and they embalmed me just to cremate them. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck was that? What honestly the fuck was that? Now, I understand it's because of the later parts of the plot. That's why they did that. But regardless, it's like, this is so stupid. Now, let me tell you guys one thing. If you are ever to have a loved one embalmed, it is usually because they're going to be seen. You're going to see them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're going to have a visitation with them. We never see any of that in this movie at all.
No.
I don't even think I saw a casket once.
True.
Yeah.
No.
Not once.
No.
So I'm just like, okay, what's the purpose of them being embalmed then if you're just going to fucking up and cremate them?
Yeah.
That is a waste of fluid, a waste of time.
Waste of everything.
Waste. A complete waste.
Yeah.
And it made me so fucking
That'd be like
mad.
making dinner and then throw it in the garbage disposal.
Yep.
That's what that
also,
is.
it is not like an so yes, a retort is similar to an oven, but it's different. It can take anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes for that oven to be ready.
Yeah, to warm up. To the appropriate temperature.
And it's never going to look like that where you see fire.
Yeah.
No, because a retort is so big, the fire starts in the back. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see the back flames first, and then there's going to be a little fire thing below.
Yeah.
So that's how it typically works because there's so much room. Air needs time to ventilate and all this other stuff. Otherwise, you're going to have a mess.
Yeah.
And it also goes based off of a person's weight and all that. That can also determine how much time it takes to heat up.
Sure.
And a typical cremation can take anywhere between 3 to 6 hours. Like for it to be all the way through. But as far as processing, could take a couple more days.
Yeah. So after she's randomly burning the body, it's now thunderstorming out.
Oh,
it's got a creepy atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's late at night now, you know, and she's feeling a little woozy, a little incoherent kind of. And then my next note is at that time she's going out into what I think is like a lobby and the phone rings.
Yeah.
So the phone rings and the notes I put down is, Raymond, don't play with me at 3 a.m. Speak up, son. Because
Speak up, son.
She answers the phone and this fucker doesn't say nothing.
Right.
I'm like, dude, why you creeping her out at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Like her first shift, just calling her during a thunderstorm. And then, of course, Raymond pipes up. But there's this odd pause. And I'm like, what is he doing? Is he, like, beating off on the phone and
right.
shy about talking? I don't even...
And Raymond is, like, the worst character ever. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate the guy's performance of him. Like, I guess you can say, oh, he's done this so long that he's kind of tired. He just... Because that's how he comes across, is he's just fucking tired.
I know.
And it's like, dude, just go take a goddamn nap.
Yeah, just... Go sleep. Go sleep, Raymond.
Go away.
Nobody likes your shit.
Even though, like, I don't think she's officially licensed because in the state of Connecticut, it's the exact same as it is here in Indiana. You need 2 years of, mortuary science. Yeah. Then you get your degree. Then you got to go into take your board exams. And then after that, you got to do an internship. And then after your internship, you got to do a state exam and you're officially licensed. Yeah. So I have no idea what the fuck she's supposed to be and why she's doing anything alone because I'm sure they have similar rules where if you're just a fucking intern, I don't know, you should have someone experienced stay with you.
Yeah. And so, after she gets a phone call, shit's starting to get creepy. She goes back to where she was doing the embalming and stuff, and there was that young woman that is now not there. Yeah. And so I put, girl's body not there? Nope, I'm getting a new job without dead bodies.
100%. Yep. That is...
the fuck out of there.
100% what I would do. I'd be so done.
Yeah, I'd be like, nope.
Yep.
Raymond, you're pissed me off with not talking.
Yep.
It's 3 a.m. There was a girl's body. There's not anymore. I'm out.
I'm gone. I'm going to lock the door behind me. You won't see me again the next morning.
Nope. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then kind of melee ensues a little bit. And my notes for the next one are, Ivy, if you get haunted and come for me, I'll rip your fucking throat out.
That one, is it that one part where she sticks the trocar in her neck?
Yes.
That was actually kind of cool.
I know.
I kind of like that. I was like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I was like, no, Ivy comes for me, I'm ripping her throat out.
Some asshole sneaks up on me in the middle of the night while I'm trying to embalm. That's what's happening. I will probably accidentally kill you. Don't do that.
Yeah. So... at this point, now stuff's starting to get creepy, and now we're kind of getting into like kind of the demon elements of the movie,
and that's what doesn't make any sense.
I know.
In the game, it made sense because it was like, okay, in the game, it had a more coherent story. You're kind of figuring shit out with the character. This is a movie that's trying to pad its runtime.
Yeah, because I'm even looking at my notes and like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm like I don't even remember in sequence where they are.
No, that's okay because there's a part where like she is in an AA meeting of some kind or a drug.
Yeah, and they throw that in there, and I'm like, what?
Well, and see, I understand what they were trying to do, but they did it really shittily.
Yeah,
and it's just like. Like, she is a recovering drug addict, I guess, is what's going on. And apparently because of her overdose or something that she had happened to her when she was younger, it caused her dad to pass away as well. It caused her dad's death, essentially. And so she feels it's her fault, and she's been trying to recover for about a year or something like that. I don't know how she managed to make it through mortuary school, recovering from a fucking drug addiction. Jokes on most of you guys, because a lot of, unfortunately, funeral directors do have either alcoholism or some sort of addiction.
Oh, sure, I can imagine. With
as much shit that they go through. Yeah. Why she thought this was the perfect job for her, I have no idea.
Well...
I don't know.
Yeah, and, you know, so as the movie starts to open up, like I was saying, they do bring in more of the demon elements, and you start to understand that this is kind of a haunting type movie or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a possession movie.
Yeah, and as stuff starts to unfold, that's what I was reminded of. My next note is, Raymond, you're a dick for even trying to hire someone.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm like, I bet Valerie, the bitch that's in the, like, Iron Maiden case or whatever the fuck it is that he keeps draining her blood every fucking night, and like he has like a whole fucking ritual planned out and all this other stuff, and he's got tapes and stuff like that so she can learn it.
I have a tapes comment here, but it just I don't understand so much of it. And my next one is like it said, I put down, I go cutting my arm over a dead body and then burn it.
Yeah, no.
I was like, what?
No, I'm not. If somebody fucking asks me to do that, I'm done. I'm not doing any of that shit. I don't care how much you pay me. I don't need to do that.
It's pretty ridiculous. And then kind of my next part where I was highly confused on is you were talking about how Raymond has this whole ritual, and he's got this chest tattoo, and he's got this game board. And it's like all this stuff where you're like, what? Like, there's no explanation in any of this. Mm-hmm. And then Rebecca gets a hold of the tapes.
Yeah.
So riddle me this. So she's watching it, and this is like very important because she's trying to identify the demon's name. She's trying to like put the puzzle pieces in there to banish them. And the bitch goes and fast forwards. Did you notice that?
I did. I was like, why would you do that?
I know. I'm like, you just missed the instructions. Like, you're literally watching the movie to get instructions on what you're supposed to do. And she's like, oh, no, I've seen this. And fast forwards through part of it. I'm like, what? Like that? That makes
rewinding would make more sense.
Yes, I'm like, that makes no sense. You just blew through it. You're like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. God, that. Oh.
And as the movie kind of goes along, the thing that I disliked most about this movie, and it's this movie, but I hate it when movies do this in general because I think it's lazy and I think it's compensating for all sorts of lacks in the movie. Mm-hmm. And what that is I strongly dislike movies where you're having to constantly guess, is this real or is it not? Because you end up, the movie gets so bad that, like, you really genuinely are like, well, I don't know if this is a dream.
Yeah.
And you're not going to find out right away anyway. So you just kind of have to roll with it, being like, well, I mean, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I just got so annoyed with that I'm like, this is fucking lazy.
Yeah, the part where she gets, like, almost incinerated, like, where she's, like, little girl, and then it keeps going back and forth. Like, is that supposed to be a dream?
I know.
Is this supposed to be, like, something that actually happened to her, and she's remembering it?
Yeah, and it's, like, one thing if you throw a dream in there, but they like try to throw dreams, like multiple dreams, and I'm like, this isn't going over the course of a week. This is like a one or two shifts.
This is a night. This is just a night, and it feels like multiple fucking days.
It does. Yeah, it does feel like
this movie just drags, man. It is so slow. I kept checking the time. I'm like, oh my god, is it done?
And then my next one was, if you have to burn the body, then what the hell is Valerie doing in a box in the basement?
Right. She's there for the blood ritual. She's there to give blood, like the blood that he needs to complete it. And I think that's why he hired her, was hopefully to replace her.
Yeah, and then when Raymond does that, I put down in my notes, shit, Raymond, can you please go easy with the scalpel on the blood?
Oh my god, he just full on. Yeah. She does the same thing. I'm like, god damn. Like,
you just needed a little. You just need some blood. He's like, no, I'm going to gash her arm open. I was like, damn, Raymond.
You're going to kill her is what you're trying to do, dude. Oh my god.
And then my last comment, because I gave up, was about time you show up, Raymond, with your chest tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just stopped after that moment because I'm like, I can't anymore.
God, dude. It just, this movie with the possession, because she gets possessed at one time and she attacks her AA leader.
I know. And then it's not real.
It's not, yeah, it's
I know.
not
I'm just
real.
like, that's so stupid.
I'm like, this just feels, and then like her dad comes back as like a demonic entity or whatever. And it's like, this just feels like a really shitty version of Evil Dead.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, it is hard to follow because it does give the impression that this movie takes place over a course of multiple days is really how it feels.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's one night.
Day.
And, the multiple dreams and the possessions, and you don't know what's real and what's not. Like, it doesn't do it well. Mm-hmm. Like, if you had a movie that did it well, but this just, to me, comes off as like,
it's lazy.
It's lazy, and they're trying to add edge to it, and like they have to come up with opportunities to inject gore, and it just did not work. I'm thinking of the hotel fight scene, and then like all that happens, and then you find out that it didn't happen, so it doesn't even mean anything. Yeah, and the chick's just standing at her door.
Right.
It's like, well, how did you know she was even at your door then? Like, how are you magically just showing up?
And the whole thing is supposed to be an addiction metaphor. Like, that's the whole point of the movie. Is it's supposed to be this, and it's very heavy-handed with its addiction metaphor, because it's basically just she is, she's recovering from her addiction, and kind of like Raymond, where he can't escape these demons. I don't even know how the fuck he even got them there in the first place.
Yeah, and where is Raymond the whole movie?
He's like lurking in the fucking basement. He's there with Valerie. God knows. He's just hanging out in his fucking office.
But yeah, so you were, kind of metaphor for addiction, but I had to interrupt because I'm like, where is Raymond the whole damn movie?
It's like basically Raymond is like, he caused all this to happen, and he has to keep doing this ritual or fuck whatever over and over again in order for all these demons and shit to be kept at bay.
I know.
To save people. And I'm like, well, why are they there in the first place? Who did that?
And then he shoots his shot at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come live with me.
Oh my God.
We will fight the demons together. So, I mean, yeah, the movie just, you can't really follow it in a sense. I mean, it's just, it gets to the point where, they've quote unquote like defeated the demon.
But it's literally right there outside the funeral,
and
just
she's
hanging
like,
out.
no, I need to leave. She decides now's the good time to leave, which is absolutely
I don't understand why.
And then Raymond's trying to shoot his shot and saying that you'll never be safe out there. Come live with me. And then she says no. Yeah. And then she sees the horrible computer demon outside, and then
she's like, maybe.
Yeah, and then
maybe
I'll
do that.
We can talk, Raymond. And then that's it.
Because it's just supposed to be, addiction's going to follow you no matter where you go. And it's like, whatever. You know what? Shut up. I don't give a fuck. Your addiction's a demon, I guess. Yeah, whatever. God, I fucking hate this movie.
Yeah, it was about what I expected.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
Oh, I was.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
It's not even enjoyable bad. Like, you could have gone campy with this. You could have had fun with this. This could have been fun. But no. Nothing about this was fun.
Yeah, I felt like they could have been a lot more creative with, if you're going to go the demon route, fine. Okay, I'm not saying you couldn't have made that work, but like, Give me something concrete. Like, it's a demon that's trying to get at Raymond, but has to inhabit bodies in order to be able to get at Raymond or something. Like, that's just in the first 5 seconds of me thinking shit. Like, give me something concrete. But it's like, how does the demon get into bodies? But then how does the demon get into your mind? How does the demon create this false reality? What is Valerie fucking doing? What does she have to do? Was she possessed? Is she possessed? Is this a multiple demons? Like, all those questions I just rattled out are completely unanswered in this movie.
They answer some of them, but like for the most part, they're very weird. Like they're contrived. It is like this movie thinks it's cool. This movie thinks it's saying a lot, and it's not. It's just really shitty. It's just, and it's boring as fuck.
Yeah.
It's not a fun movie. I wish it was.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, we're not going to score it that well.
No. What are you giving it? Because I'll tell you straight up.
I mean, for me, you know, like, I the problem is I try to look for good points, and, you know, like, I feel that Rebecca's acting is pretty good.
She's good. Yeah.
She's good. Raymond, not so much. The set design was cool. It very much looks like the game. It takes on a good feel. I like a lot of the dark elements. I think that they make some of the mistakes visually a lot more forgiving. I like some of the dark elements, but I mean, as far as a total movie, I'll be nice and give it a 3.
Yeah.
There's not a lot there. I mean, insanely forgettable.
Yeah.
I'll forget about this movie a week from now.
I'll never forget about it, but for the reasons that, you know, it probably didn't want.
Yeah. So, yeah, I go with a 3.
3 for me as well, honestly. I mean, after I got done with that damn movie, I went on Instagram. I just ranted for 1 second about it. I'm just like, this is a shitty movie. Don't anybody watch it. Go play the game. The game's better.
Yeah, the game's better. The game is a lot better.
Yeah, and it's because you get to take your time with it. You're literally playing a game. You're watching the story play out, so you're discovering this along with her. Whereas in the movie, it's one thing after another. Yeah. You do not have time to breathe or even compute what the fuck's going on.
And going into this in my mind, I was expecting a 5. I was expecting this to be a 5.
I would have
like not a good movie, not what I would consider ownable, but like maybe there are some people out there that would like it. Mm-hmm. To me, that's my 5. Mm-hmm. But like if I'm scoring it a 3, I'm really not thinking anyone who watches this is gonna like it.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. Like even if you are a fan of the game, it's not worth it. Like no, the game's way better.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed that the embalming machine is a legitimate embalming machine created by Dodge. Okay. And Dodge is a huge fucking brand in the funeral industry.
Okay.
And I'm just like, Dodge, what did you do? Why did you, if you sponsored this, why did you? Because you need to get your name pulled off of this as soon as possible. Yeah. Because that was a terrible choice.
Yeah, it was a turd. They laid a turd on us, but
it was so bad.
It is what it is. So yeah, we're not even trying to be nice and give this movie a recommended watch.
No.
Like we've had other movies that I've not cared for, but I've honestly said like that might just be my preference. Mm-hmm. And I feel that there are elements of this movie that other people, listeners out there would like. I know I've said that because I know that some things I like are an acquired taste. I'm not saying that for this movie. I really believe that anyone who watches this is just not going to like it.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like, this is just not a good movie.
Yeah, you're genuinely wasting your time if you watch this film. Now, if you want, like I said, if you're morbidly curious and you want to see what I'm ranting about and you want to learn, like, hey, this isn't what we do, go for it. Watch the first 5-10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you need. You don't need to watch any of it. The rest of it, it's fine.
Yeah. So, oh man. Yeah. That's, we can't win them all.
Nope. That's okay.
That's why we check these movies out. So
you don't have to.
Exactly.
We saved you guys an hour and 45 minutes of your life.
There you go. Yep. Sweet. All right. Well, with that being said, look out for each other and good night, cellar dwellers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Go play the game. Fuck the movie.
That's right.